Okay, hi everybody. Welcome to today's next level session. We are streaming over YouTube. If you're watching a replay on YouTube, please like and subscribe to the Inside Real Estate YouTube channel. We appreciate that. And then comment down below if there's any questions you have. We'll eventually get to those. For those of you watching live, as always, the replays of this are at insiderealestate.com/webinars. So you'll get to this playlist like this. And now that our housekeeping is out of the way, let's dive on into the content today. And as always, I'll just give you the notice that you can chat in if you want any questions you might have after I kind of do my thing with what I'm working on here on the screen, the demo. We can do some Q&A. All right, so up on the screen, I posted this to the group a little while ago, are some slides for a video I just did that I'm going to use as a core lead magnet to try to generate some seller leads, but also this is the sort of stuff that even if it doesn't work to generate fresh leads, it falls in that category in our growth system of something cool that you might send out once a week. And once you get in the habit of creating these kind of things, they can be fun and they can be pretty quick. Now, the quality of what I've created here isn't super high. And that's intentional. It's when you first start doing a new funnel like this, you don't know if it's going to work out. So you don't have to, in my opinion, you don't have to go nuts trying to make it very polished and high quality. You just want to see if it resonates with people. And if it does, then you can go back and refine. So what's that book? Has everybody read Ready, Fire, Aim? Ready, Fire, Aim. I think that's Michael Masterson, or Mark Ford is his pen name, or vice versa. Michael Masterson, Ready, Fire, Aim. And I think I read that. Man, I read that a long time ago when I was first getting started, like with my own businesses and stuff, maybe after I was selling real estate. But this book really had a big effect on the way I approach things, for better and worse. Sometimes you take a ready, fire, aim approach and it's not quite ready yet, and you fire and it's not, you got a typo here and there, and it's a little messy. But I think it's better to do it this way than to deliberate, for months and months and weeks before you take any action. So the spirit of the book is, hey, take some action and then make it better later. So this slideshow here, I'll make a duplicate and share it to those of you watching live if you want to see it. So I'll make a copy, entire presentation, and you guys can edit this if you want. All you'll need to do, I think, when you get the copy is just hit File, top, and then make a copy like this. And then you can copy it into your Google Slides. So you hit File, then make a copy. And then, this is coming out of my personal Gmail, not a big deal. I must have built it in there, but copy the link and drop it to everybody. So if you want to take these slides and do the voiceover the way I did, you can do so. Also, so what I did is I fired up Google Slides. I came up with something that I thought that homeowners in the area might be interested in. 5 reasons why now might be a perfect time to sell or refinance your Pinellas County property. And then I just, for each slide, I list out one of the deals here. Guys, don't request access unless it's making you, here, 1 second. You can't edit it. I just changed anyone with link. So I see a few of you requesting access, but what you need to do is you need to hit File and then make a copy. I'm pretty sure, unless maybe I have that wrong. Let me see here. Just let me know, but you should be File, and then you'll copy it into your Google account. So I have my 5 ideas here. And then all I do is I spin up my Screencast-O-Matic app. This is what I use for screen recording. You can use Screencast-O-Matic. You can use Loom. You can even use Core Video, which will allow you to record your screen, any number of programs for this. And I simply just hit the record button, draw my square around like this. And I pretty much just read the slides. I embellish a little bit, kind of talk about each slide for about 10 to 15 seconds. But once you do this a few times, it gets pretty easy to do. It's not too hard. You can take pretty much any content and make a listicle article in video format like this. So if you guys want to see the video, I'm not going to play it here live. I don't want to hear my own voice. And you might not be able to hear it great anyway, but I'll drop it in the chat to everybody watching just so you can get an idea of what the video does. But the slides kind of walk through it. So now that we've got this core content piece, there's a few things we can do with it, right? 2 main things. One, we can just send it out to everybody who's already in our database, right? So all of our sphere of influence, all the people we've past clients, all of the buyer leads we've been generating. Remember, a lot of those buyers own homes already. So if I'm generating a waterfront home lead or an open house list lead like we did the other day, good chance they own a house. So I could just go into marketing here in KV Core and I can, where do I go? Where do I go? I go to schedule mass email right here. And I can say, hey, I just made this quick video. I was talking to a friend the other day. My wife and I have been talking about this actually. And, like, should we sell now? And so I made a quick video about 5 reasons why you might consider selling right now. And that's it. You just send it out. And, if you have a large enough database, I'm sure people will at least find this to be interesting. Maybe there'll be a few of these 5 ideas that they hadn't really thought about. But at least they'll be like, hey, that was cool. And they'll hear your voice. They'll see you connected to real estate again. That's really what we're trying to do. Just another touch that kind of brings people further into your fold, right? So even if you don't get a response to this, like, yeah, I want to sell my house, content with your voice and your face, if you're doing video, always helps. I will mention the final slide, the call to action, is very important. So what you want to make sure you do is at the end, you have them do something that you want them to do. So in this case, I'm playing around with having them just text home value report to the smart number. And our home value report code, no, I've shown this before, but all it does, somebody texts this, and you can create this very easily. If they text home value report to that number, we'll get their cell number, which is cool, right? And then I just say, hey, thanks for requesting your value report. What's the address of the property? Right? And then you're in a back and forth conversation. You got cell number first, they can reply back with the address, and then you can create the report that was promised right here. So, and that's what I say in the video. Like, hey, the last thing I say is if you're curious about what you can get for your property, it makes sense to have me send you a report. So this is kind of the long game version of the home value report funnel that everybody tries to do, get the value of your house. Instead of just coming out and say, hey, click here to get the value of your house, we're warming people up with a little bit of content, and we're giving them a reason why they might want to know that value. So we're kind of, pre-selling here. We're I don't know what the term is. Maybe we call it, it's not persuasion, but the best term I have is like a reverse squeeze, where you give the info first and then you do a call to action. But we can actually put a gate in front of this content and use it as a lead magnet, which is what I'm going to do next. I'm going to build a quick landing page for this, and I'm going to drive some traffic to it. In this case, I'm going to use a postcard and maybe a Facebook ad. So I'll pause here. I know I said a lot of stuff in about 6 minutes. Any questions so far? Is the setup good? Everybody's kind of down with this. Also, chat in and let me know either on YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube, or in the Zoom. Do you think I'm okay with the content here? Did I miss a few ideas? Would this kind of hit the mark, or there's stuff I missed? And I made this in about 8 minutes. Maybe not 8 minutes. It felt very quick. Hey, Raphael. So, all right. Well, no comments, but that's the setup. And I invite you guys, maybe the biggest thing that I want to, maybe the biggest kind of takeaway here is that in the process of creating something cool for your audience to send to your audience. I'll get that fixed in a second, Summer. Something cool to send to your audience. You can have that content double as a lead magnet. So every week, if you create something interesting, you could probably use that something interesting and have people opt in to get it. That's what I'm trying to say. So even if it's a property of the week and it's a tour of a specific listing, you can put a KV Core landing page in front of that and have them opt into it. So Summer's saying that she had trouble accessing the copy of the 5 reasons why. I see some people on here. I'm going to just copy the link and share it again. Is anybody else having trouble accessing this? Remember, you're not going to be able to edit it. You have to hit File and then make a copy, and then and then that'll copy it into your Google account. You're going to need to be logged into Google Drive. That's how you do that. Because if I just left this for everybody to edit, you would all kind of edit it up and all be editing at the same time, right? It wouldn't do anybody any good. So that's why it's like that. So hopefully that explains and helps. Okay, so let's build a landing page for this video that I've created. So I've created a video, uploaded it to YouTube's, right? Here it is. Here is the link. And then there's a few ways you can go. I'm going to do something a little bit interesting. So I'm going to build 2 different landing pages. One just directly offers this, but I'm going to try something a little more nuanced too. So let's build the first landing page. Go to KV Core. The first landing page is going to straight up offer this content. So we'll do a lead generation landing page. We'll call it 5 reasons to sell. That's going to be my hashtag. Watch the video now, something like that. Would it be a case study? I'll just say watch the video now. And then my URL after login, I could just use the YouTube URL and send them straight to YouTube if I want, or I can embed this in a KV Core custom page, right? So maybe I should do that, probably, right? Let's not be lazy. So let's grab the share. So underneath the video you create, you're going to click share and then click embed. And then you can copy the embed code. Then I'm going to come into KV Core. I'll click under web and IDX and website content. And I'll go to my custom pages. Oh, and you know what? Instead of doing a custom page, let's do it as a blog post, right? The reason we do it as a blog post, this is kind of evergreen content for now. And anybody who sees our blog could also see this content. And we can also mail people to the blog post to get the content. So the blog post makes a lot of sense. So I'm going to click add post. And then the title is simply 5 reasons why now might be a great time to sell or refinance your property. Okay. And then I'm going to embed that YouTube video. And what I need to do to embed is I need to click on this little code box right here. Okay. And I'll give it a little center tag, little light HTML stuff here. Okay, and I'll hit publish now. I'll probably go back later and add a thumbnail to that as well. So if we click the link here, we can see the video. You see it puts a little thumbnail on it like that. That's actually an interesting thumbnail. The bubble might pop. You know, it's kind of like fear. Maybe they'll play out of curiosity. So maybe I'll leave it like that. So now I have my link that I will send people to after they opt in. That's kind of why I went on that detour, because I need the place to send people as I build my landing page. So I'm going to go URL after login. My background, I can just pick one of the generic. Okay. I like the agent recruiting because it just looks like a generic kind of all-purpose real estate thing. Let's do this one. Okay, and then I'm going to get rid of our logo. Double-clicked and got rid of the logo. And 5 reasons why now might be the perfect time to sell your Pinellas County property. If you're at all thinking about a sale, you'll definitely watch this video. Maybe something like that. I like to get rid of my bullet points. Okay, and then it's if you enter your cell number, we'll text you our Pinellas County deal of the week every Saturday. That's just a reason why they would give a cell number, right? And so we put that line underneath, little technique, just to try to get the optional cell. But that's the page right there. Save. And then somebody opts into that, it'll assign that hashtag, right? And I am going to put a test lead in because I'm going to need that in a little bit, the test lead, so that I can remember what the hashtag is. And then they click watch video now, and then it should go to that blog post. Let's see if it worked. Yep. Okay, so that part is built. Now, what I wanted to do, I told you I was going to do something a little kind of interesting here as a test. And it occurred to me that we could use the address only page template. So what if I did this? It's the same background. What if we're going to use the same headline, and the headline is just going to match the content that it's going to match the ad, right? Why now might be the perfect time to sell your Pinellas County property. Okay. Free video training. Enter your address to access. We'll also, I don't know if this is stretching it, we'll also show you an instant computer generated estimate of your properties. I might be getting too fancy here, but what I'm trying to do is get the address first so that I can then follow up with direct mail. In case, so that they don't have to watch the whole video and then give me their address. I kind of get it, the best of both worlds. So we're going to create this, the hashtag. I want to make sure I use the same hashtag, and I can't remember what I put in that test lead. So I'm just looking at the test lead. 5 reasons to sell. Okay. 5 reasons to sell. Save. So you could take either of these approaches. If somebody comes here and they use this page, they're not going to get the report right away. That's the problem with it, because you can't set the redirect URL here. Instead, it's going to go through the normal home valuation flow, which we are as far as I know, we're working on updating to make it a lot better. So they've entered their address, and the assumption I'm going to make here is that because they wanted some kind of content, they are going to actually give me their email to get that information. But if not, I could still send them in the mail the link to the video, which is what we're going to do next. Okay, so the plot's thickening here, so you can go both routes. So far, so good, guys. Any other questions? I'll take a pause here. Zane is asking, when you click lenders, it takes you to your own profile. I'm the agent, not a lender. Are you the admin on your site? As far as I knew, I think only admins can add lenders. Maybe that's what you're saying. That might be it. Otherwise, that might be a support issue. Okay, no other questions. Okay, so you guys good with that? We've got our landing page. I'm going to drag it into my landing pages folder so I don't lose it. That over there. And landing pages do save now, by the way, in case you guys didn't know. That was a recent thing. So you can actually go back and find your landing pages. For a long time, you couldn't, and that was not fun at all. But you can actually find them now in KV Core. So 5 reasons why. I'm just saving that page. Okay. All right, so how do we get traffic to this? Well, all the usual ways, right? We could run a Facebook ad. I feel like we've done a ton of that lately, so I'm not going to bore you guys with those gory details. Just watch any of the number of the most recent webinars we did. I've been running a lot of Facebook ads, and that can be found at insiderealestate.com/webinars, right? And then, yes, this is recorded, Roger. It's insiderealestate.com/webinars. But let's try running a postcard that offers this. Okay, because we're getting a lot of questions around this stuff from people using thanks.io or whatever you might use for postcards and letters. So let's use direct mail as our traffic source. So let me hop in here. And then real estate demos. And then I'm going to create a new image template. Actually, I'll just use the send now wizard. Thanks that we'll just go send now. And I'll do just a quick 4x6 postcard. I'll create a design in Canva. It's got to log in. And this is the part that takes the longest time, especially if you overthink it. What I might do here, let's try something. Aha. I'm going to take the picture of the video. Put some arrows on it. and save it. You always want the kind of ad source, in this case, it's going to be direct mail, to kind of match what the person's getting as closely as possible. And you don't need to think too much about design. I promise people will respond to this as, even if the uglier the better, almost. Promise, just trust me on that. So I'm uploading a picture of the video to Canva. And then I'll add some text. Free video shows you. How about that? Something like that. And then maybe I'll just highlight this. Man, I'm not that great with Canva. There we go. I clicked the background. Oh yeah, that was good. Nice and ugly. Nice and ugly. Okay, and then I'm going to put one more element in here. Sorry to bore you guys with the gory details here, but let's put an arrow in. Okay, we're almost done with this part. Free video shows you. Okay, I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, so the software I used to record the video for the person asking for John, I used Screencast-O-Matic.com. It's my favorite screen recording software. You could also use Loom or anything else. So nice ugly front image for my postcard. I'll hit save. Cool. They can't push play. I think that's why I have the funny arrows. They can't really push play, right? And then so they're gonna get the card. They're gonna be like, a video. I'm holding the postcard. What? So we'll hit continue. And then in the actual message, we'll say, hi, if you're at all considering selling your Pinellas County property, now might be the perfect time. Scan the QR code at the top right of this card to watch a quick 3-minute video that explains 5 reasons why. Okay, yeah, I think that makes sense, right? If you have any, if you'd like, oh, let's do this. If you'd like a free report, we'll do 2 calls to action. Sometimes it's good to have 1 focus call to action, but I think we can get away with it here. If you'd like a free report that shows what your property might sell for today, just text home value report to 727-592-5415. I think that was the number. I'm starting to remember it. Is that my smart number? Yes. All right. We're almost there, guys, to this number. Thanks. Brian Hartman, Forever, Florida. Real estate. So you can see thanks does the handwriting over to the right. Choose different handwriting styles right here. I'm just going to leave it like that. And then the last step is to add the QR code. So where's our QR code going to go? Well, it's going to go right to here. So it could go to their address. They can enter their address, or I could use the other landing page, which I might do in this case. Oops. If I go to all lead engine tools, my past landing pages are down here. And I'm going to use the other version of the landing page. And the reason is that I'm actually going to get their address when they scan the QR code from things that I'm going to know the address already. So, but don't, I'm just kind of making this up as I go clearly. You could do it either way. You don't need 2 landing pages. So now if they scan the QR code, I will get a notice from Thanks.io that says, hey, so-and-so at this address, scan the code to watch the video. So from there, I can follow up. Pretty cool, right? So let's go ahead. We'll save and continue. And then I can drop on a map, a pin, like this, or I can buy a demographically targeted list, but let's just go. That. All right, just drop a pin and get a few. I will do. Let's see if we continue. Return address, and there you go. So just like that, you can get a seller lead generating campaign out. Now, I don't know how many leads I'm going to generate for the $100 I'm about to spend, but if I can get a 2 to 5% response and they're good seller leads, then I'll probably be pretty happy. Not even if they're good seller leads, if they're legit homeowners in my market, right? So we'll get this out and see if that works. So that's kind of what you might do if you were going to drive direct mail at this. Of course, you can always also do a Facebook ad, a LinkedIn ad. You can post it for free to your Facebook profile, right? So maybe I'll do that. Let's go to my Facebook. So your ad could look just like the free social post I'm about to do, but I'm just going to post it instead of going to Facebook, the Facebook dashboard. We've been in there a lot. I'll just post it as a regular social post, but I'll do this. In the body of the post, I'll put text home to get a full 20+ page report that shows what your Pinellas County property might sell for in today's market. And then I can either link to my YouTube, but I'm actually going to upload the actual video. It's always better for the Facebook algorithm if you put original content, upload an actual video instead of making them click out to YouTube. You're probably going to get more reach that way. So I'm just posting this, but I could also run this as an ad if I want to. And that'll go into people's streams. Okay. Karen, how to get the slides. I will drop you that link again. You just up at the top of the left of the slides where it says file, you do file, make a copy, and then click entire presentation when you're logged into your Google. So if you want to edit this, now you got to like put your own logo in the top, change out Pinellas County, change the smart number at the end, and then read it in your own words if you want. So what's everybody think? Good flow? You think it'll work? So what's cool about this is even if it doesn't really work from a lead generation perspective, it's just content that I can send out, and it again, people hear my voice, in the video. It's just a reason to touch, and it's interesting. It's kind of value content. Now, I didn't spend a ton of time making it awesome, but there's a few things in here that maybe people weren't thinking about, such as the fact that with rising interest rates, we all know this stuff, but with rising interest rates, home buyers will qualify for less. That could put a headwind on home values, right? So, and it also kind of helps position you when you create this kind of content as somebody who knows it, who's a little bit more of an expert, knows a little bit more about the market than they do. You're saying, hey, yes, I'm a realtor and I know what's going on. So yeah, thanks, Summer, for the feedback. I'll let you guys know how this goes, if it goes at all, but I think the biggest takeaways are, no matter what it is, create some piece of content once a week, send it to your sphere, send it to your leads. And then if you have the opportunity, try to use that content to generate leads around. You can get leverage. You can use it both ways. And this is just a way. And, there's always probably something in the news you can play on. This is playing on some of the headlines right now. So, okay. I don't see any other questions. Is there anything else related to KV Core you guys want to kind of check out while we're here today? That was my presentation, a little bit longer than usual. We went a whole half hour on that. Anybody else watching the stock market plummet today? All right, David, how can I edit the top menu on the website? Okay, so let's go to, you don't have full control of everything here. All you can edit are the extra resources and stuff you might like that you see I have here. You can add categories of pages and then have drop downs. Unfortunately, they haven't built anything that lets us edit the full navigation. So the way to do those extra categories is to go into Web and IDX and then go to website content. So right up here where it says site content and then custom pages. And then when you add a new page, you can create new categories. And as you add the categories, I think you get up to 3 category. Any pages that are in that category will show under the category name, test new category. So I think the best way to kind of show this is with my existing, say, deals link. It's in my category stuff you might like. So you see I created the category, then I created a page. And then if I go back to my site here, where'd you go, site? There we go. Under stuff you might like, you'll see that page. So hopefully that helps, David. But yeah, we don't have full control. Now remember, most people experience your website like this. Mobile, and the nav looks like that. So it's not something I would worry, a ton about. It's good to have these extra pages, and you can directly send people to the links to those pages, and nav just helps organize it. Okay, cool. So let's get to Roger's question. I'm creating a text code to place on a postcard to be mailed out. Can you go over how to properly create the text code? Sure. They're pretty straightforward, easy stuff. You just go to Lead Engine. So I can go to all Lead Engine tools. And then I can go to Call and Text Capture. And then I can click Add New, the green button. And then you see we have the option to append an MLS ID that somebody receives listing information. So put the MLS ID in, it'll kind of text them back the ID of the property. So definitely a big opportunity, guys, to have sign riders, right, on all your listings. Well, all your listing or 0 listings these days, but but have sign riders, and then text MLS ID too, and then they instantly get information about the property, and you get their cell number. You could also just toggle to message. So say my custom code is income properties. Hi, thanks for requesting the income properties blank. Click here to access it now. Then you put the link. Just curious. Are you an investor or looking for something to live in? So that would be like a good format. Hi, thanks for doing the thing you requested. Here's the thing you requested, link, and then end it with a question to try to generate more interaction. And then you can add a hashtag. I might add income properties as my hashtag. And then from there, you can actually build smart campaigns based on that hashtag being in there that will trigger and send follow-up info. Okay, and then you choose your smart number, and that's it. That's kind of how we do it. Hit add, and now that code's in there. So that's smart numbers. Molly is, hopefully I said your name right, trying to add a campaign to remind you of your lead's birthday because you want to do it personally. But you haven't been able to see any notification until you go into the profile. So you're not getting, in the smart campaign, you're not getting the push to remind you, if I understand that question right. So I'm going to go to smart campaigns. I think what you're referring to, let's go to any old smart campaign here, is the ability to send a text template, and it would be from the system to the agent. Is that, Molly, just let me know if I'm on the right, I'm understanding the question. Is this the specific functionality you're doing? What's support saying? So that would be the way to do it. Now, if you're saying it's just not firing, that sounds like a bug. If your message just isn't coming to you, the text that you've pre-programmed to wish them a happy birthday. but maybe I don't have it right. It's a cool idea to remind you of the birthday. Now, I guess what now that I think about it, you're trying to do a date-based campaign, I assume. Is that right? So our team tends to build some of these things the hardest way possible. So no, I want to send the message myself to do it personally. I'm not following Molly. So you can have the campaign start on their birthday here. So you create a birthday base date, basically. So this would fire whenever there's a birthday, I'm pretty sure, on a contact. But you want to send yourself a reminder, right, to send the birthday. The other thing you could do in the campaign itself, you can create a task for yourself. How are you doing the message? That might be what oh, you want it to tell you whose birthday it is. And it's not telling you whose birthday it is. Okay, so here's how you might be able to do that. I'm guessing a little bit, so bear with me. When you add the template, here's what you're going to do. Are you texting yourself, or are you sending yourself an email or a task? I don't think it matters really. So here's a text template. If you click the parentheses thing, I'm going to drop it in the chat. Is that I forget what these things are called. Ellipses or something, right? It's next to the P on the keyboard with a shift. If you type that, it reveals this menu. So you can do lead first name, lead last name. You can say, hey Ryan, don't forget to send a birthday gift. Birthday cookies is what you do. Like that. And then you would run this template, birthday reminder internal. So add template. I want to see real quick the task template. If you make it an actual task, can you do the same thing? Yeah, it'll work in a task template too, where you can put their name in the body of the task. So then if I go back to my campaigns, I would add action text. This is for everybody else. It seems like you know how to do this, Molly, but and if I just look for the template birthday reminder internal, and then it needs to come from system to me. So I'll get a text, at the specified time. I would probably do this as run immediately, assuming I built the campaign to fire on the lead's birthday. Did that help? And if you're using, go even further, thanks.o can't do this, but if you're using something like Mailbox Power to send the cookies, so I got it right, huh? But Molly, it's just not sending you the text, huh? That's where I can't help any further. That would be it. The system should send you a text from, if it's triggering. I don't know why it wouldn't be. Try doing it as a task. I wonder if it can't text you because it would try to text your smart number. Is that a bug? You had it as a task, but it just doesn't show the task. It sounds like a bug. I'm sorry. Anyway, what I was trying to say was you can actually connect through the Zap. This is getting a little more advanced, but you can build a Zap action in here. And it's conceivable that you could use something like Mailbox Power to send a gift automatically. Instead of manually, just a thought. Or a gift card from thanks.io. So we got we got gift cards over there. Molly, I'm gonna drop you my email if you want to maybe explain a little more. Also, just email me your email that you log into KV Core with. Maybe I can go in there and take a look and let me know any other details about the campaign. So I can probably get to that later this afternoon. But support's probably going to be your best shot. So I can just nudge them a little and try to figure it out. Okay, question from Emily. If I imported my leads and had auto-generated emails turned off, and now turn them on after the fact, will it just do its thing? I think what you would need to do, did you import those leads with a campaign? So okay, so if you wanted to, well, I don't think it'll send, I can't remember the import process. Will it send automated emails unless they're attached to a campaign? I'm not sure what automated emails that's in reference to, but if you wanted to take all those imported people, you have to do like import, whatever the hashtag is. You could search for the import tag. It's usually import something, and then you can assign them to a smart campaign by just checking them all off like this, and then do more actions, add to campaign, and then that would trigger, a fresh round of whatever email it is, or you can just send a one-off mass email. I don't think the other system emails are off by default though. I don't think that's the issue. I don't think that's the case. Let me look here and import stuff. Hopefully this works. I just grabbed some random file. Ah. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not sure on that one, Emily. You should be fine if you enable emails from those people, if you say that you have permission, if that's the issue. Anything else, everybody? Good questions. Yeah, sometimes I just can't get to the nitty-gritty support stuff live here. But if there's nothing else, we'll call it a week. With that, we skipped yesterday. Sorry about that. But we did have some pretty good webinars this week. The Open House List Growth System. There's a Q&A session in Next Level for Monday, or was that Tuesday? And then today's session. What's up, Margaret? Yeah, sure. You can ask your question. I'll hang out. John's asking, is there a video on setting up Facebook pixels? The best video I have is called Audiences Before Leads. So if we go to the YouTube channel here. So if you just go to the Inside Real Estate YouTube channel, I'll show you guys. Here's the link to the whole YouTube channel. And you use this little icon right here. You can search all our videos, but this webinar, Audiences Before Leads. There's a few webinars, probably, I didn't realize that's 2 years old now, but it's much the same. That one, and then this one is probably pretty good too. About how to place the pixel. The quick, I'll just show you the quick way, the quick info here. You just go to your Facebook ad account. By the way, that open house list has generated 12 leads so far. The one we did on Tuesday. And then if you're in your Facebook ad account and you click on the little all tools right here, the little hamburger thing at the top, and then you go down to, they always move this around, Events Manager. Thanks, Kumar. And then right here where it says add events, they've made this as hard as possible. It's just insane. But if you click add events and click from a new website, then install code manually and copy the code. It used to be just click and you went to the pixel. It was so simple for years, for about 8 years. And then once you have the pixel, you go to the Web and IDX right here. And you drop the pixel in the header and footer section. Header or footer section, right here in the custom header section. So Margaret, a great place to start would be the quick start training. So we have the course. If you click on courses up at the top right of KV Core, go through the quick start course, and then on the live training calendar, just pick your time zone, and we do 4 sessions a week at 1 p.m. Eastern. I think the part 2, managing your contacts and automations, on Tuesdays is where we talk about how to build smart campaigns. In the meantime, I'll just search one of our recent webinars about building smart campaigns. I usually kind of touch on those at some point, in these webinars, but here's a couple of links about building workflows and campaigns. Okay, guys, I'm going to call it a day. We'll be back, I think, Monday or Tuesday. I may soon, you'll get a notice, I may soon play with the time of these webinars. 2 seems to be working okay, but I might have to go to 12 East. I'll let you know. And if there's anything you guys want covered on these, don't hesitate to let me know, either live on these sessions or just email me. Be like, hey, it'd be really great if you could cover XYZ. Here's my email, rhartman@insightrealestate.com. But otherwise, yeah, we'll see you next week. And thanks for being here and for all the questions and comments. Have a good one, guys.